Let's talk about character assassination. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to pull my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. You're right. We're back here. It's another volume, volume 9 of backpedaling and pussy popping. Yes, I was in my travels and my phone starts ringing off the hook and I'm getting messages about some backpedaling and some pussy popping. But that ain't how it really started. They just were saying, oh, you got to go look at this. And you know what? Let's just get right to it. Take a look at this.
Mike Epps, you got a little ass dick. You homophobe. Don't push me, bitch. Cause you're a homophobe. You wouldn't even take a picture with me because I'm gay. No, you said it out your own face. I took a picture. It's alright, cause bitch, I'm viral too. So yes, well, yeah. Ugly, look at you. You got all that crystal. You not, you know? Hey. Get my glasses. Hey, I will fuck you up. I'm telling you.
Okay, so initially when I seen that video, I was damn near livid because you know how I am about the gay children and the LGBTQ community and all of that. I ain't for the bullshit. I'm really not for the bullshit. I'm for everybody being treated decently and in order. So initially, I was ready to really rip Mike Epps in a new one. Mike Epps, everybody knows Mike Epps, comedian, actor, fabulous. I love Mike Epps. And then we have Norman Freeman. Norman Freeman is actually from here, from my hometown. This is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where all this stuff took place. That was at a comedy show on the 4th, on December 4th. It went down. It went down. So initially, the information that I got was that that was the video that they were having the show. Mike Epps had literally seen Norman in the crowd, basically ripped Norman a new one, you know, cracked jokes on her for about 10 minutes or so, and then moved on with his show. She got a kick out of it, thought it was funny, you know what I mean? Because Norman is a comedian as well. Norman's a comedian. She's a makeup artist and all of that. And she just has had a small piece of fame with she was doing some really good work with cancer patients. So she had been recognized on the Shade Room not just a few weeks ago about that. Okay, so all of that and everything was supposedly in these good spirits, and then she gets in line to take a picture when the show's over, and Mike's doing pictures, and then Mike refuses her a picture. So I says, "That's ugly." You know, that's ugly. But I'm like, okay, no problem. And then we go from that into the video. Well, immediately I'm going to tell you how I felt right out. Because I'm going to tell you when you're right and I'm going to tell you when you're wrong. I said, mm-mm, mm-mm. I don't like that. It was shady that he wouldn't take a picture of, because fuck all that. You got a platform. We all have them. We got a platform. I got a little platform. I don't like everything y'all write down in them damn comments about me. But if you see me out and I'm doing a function, a meet and greet, or whatever it is, and what have you, and you want to take a picture with me and you're not disrespecting me, I'll go ahead and take the picture. But everybody's not me either. So I said, well, that was really fucked up of Mike not to want to take the picture. But again, he ain't saying nowhere you're going to take a picture with everybody. So if I don't want to take a picture with the the child with the pink hair, then I don't have to. But see, at that point, I was saying, Miss Norman, because then when she went to the whole, your dick, this, that, thing, the other, she was being disrespectful. She's being disrespectful. And then that took it to another place where it didn't have to go. So at that point, both people agitated the situation. Mike could have just took the picture and kept it moving and it would have never went nowhere. Norman could have just shut the fuck up and went on and went back to her platform and say, hey, this is what happened to me. Last night I was over at Mike Epps' show. He didn't want to take a picture with me. He's a homophobe. Boom, put it out there. You got IG, you got Facebook, you got YouTube. Boom, that's the proper way to be done. I'll blast you. But to create that whole back and forth right there, that could have been avoided. That could have been avoided. But then I got very upset at the fact that the guy, who I guess he was a bouncer or something, the Caucasian guy, turned around and he hit Norman. He ended up just putting his motherfucking hands on Norman at all. And that's wrong. So he had no business touching him. And then there's some other footage. I ain't pull all that, but he literally was drugged out of this place and thrown out. Norman didn't pose as a threat to anyone. Norman is this fucking big. Okay? So he didn't pose as a physical threat to anybody. If you look at the video, you see Mike Epps actually approaching him to talk to him. And I'm going to talk about that again a little later, but he was approaching him to talk to him. So Mike Epps wasn't feeling threatened at all. Nobody had any reason to put their fucking hands on Norman, period. But we seen it. We seen it in the video. We seen the guy push him, and then you see how everything got all jumbled up, and he's telling him, get my glasses, Chuck, because they done fucked him up. They done fucked him up. Anytime somebody got to go and get your glasses and pick up your purse, they done fucked you up, bitch. So all that was unnecessary. But again, like I said, both people played a part in getting to that. This was the original information, okay? So I was all up in my feelings, being out where I was. I said, okay, well, let me go on and get on home and see what's going on. So then I get up and I get to pulling up my little stuff, and I'm in my travels and trying to see what's really going on and make a few phone calls, because this is in my city that this went down. So I need to talk to somebody who was in the show. So I got some questions because there's some gaps still. There's some gaps. So I spoke to a few folks who were in the show, and I'll leave them nameless because I'm not going to, implement anybody in this, but I'll leave that in there. Then there were some things posted all on, because all the shit's all over the Shade Room and all of that. Some more things that were actually pulled from the Shade Room. Okay, so now here's where we go to the backpedaling and the pussy popping. Okay, we're to the backpedaling and the pussy popping now, because here we got more information where things didn't quite go down the way that it was portrayed originally. So there was more things that happened before that video footage. Okay, it was a heckle session, because from the information that is being gathered, Mike Epps supposedly thought that Norman was a girl. Okay, so I'll go for that. So from the stage, you see, made up face, pink hair, and it's like, okay, and I guess once you really focus in, then he realized, no, it wasn't a girl. And he's like, oh, okay, damn, no problem. And then he did a couple jokes, which is, admissible. He made a few jokes about the fact that it actually isn't a girl. It was a boy. And from what I'm led to believe, he complimented the fucking hair and said that he liked the hair. But of course, he's gonna ride you a little bit, because that's what it is. Now let me stop here and make a point. Okay, because I'm not just a person that's just talking out of my ass here. Let me tell you about who I am. Okay, because I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania too. I'm 44 years old, okay, which means I'm double what Norman's age is. What Norman is doing is nothing new. None of this is new. Norman's not the first of his kind, okay? Norman is cool with what he's doing. You're cool to present yourself any goddamn way you choose. But you have a responsibility of your own to know that no, you're not like everybody else. And you know, like I know, that you stand out in a crowd. Fuck, you got pink hair. You got pink hair and a bob and all this going on. You got heels on and all that. And there's a part of it. Norman is not a tranny, because that's been printed up. That was all printed up. He's transsexual, so he's not a transsexual. I wouldn't even consider Norman a drag queen. Norman is a gay male who gender bends. That's it. I don't think that Norman actually feels as if, because Norman doesn't present himself as like a woman. He literally just wears very overly feminine clothing, and he wears his hair done. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. When I was his age, 21, 2, 3, 4, all that shit, ain't none of that new. You name it, I've done it. That same fucking hairdo that he got, now I didn't wear that pink shit, but that same motherfucking bob, I rocked that motherfucker for years. And I worked for the phone company. Same bob as a boy. What? This shit's not new. Ain't none of that new. Hair straight down to my motherfucking waist like Miss Quad wearing. I wore that shit all as a boy. I've already done the gender bend thing. I know other people who have done the gender bend thing. So this is not new. You're not the first of your kind that anybody's seen. And I've never had any of these type of issues. I've never had any of those issues. And I've been every motherfucker where I wanted to go. Here, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., wherever I wanted to go, gender bending, and ain't had no issues. So, but the thing is, you can't take yourself that seriously. You can't. You cannot put yourself in this bubble. I'm going to do all these things that are totally different than the norm, and nobody better not say nothing to me, and nobody better not look at me. You cannot live in no bubble like that, because that's crazy to think that that's going to go on like that. You do you. You do you. We walked it already, so you could do you. But don't fuck with people. Don't think that somewhere along the line somebody might not say that to you. I am a drag queen. Even now, I'll be completely in drag at a place. No, I wouldn't be shocked if somebody looked at me strange. No, I wouldn't be shocked if somebody said something off color. But how far am I going to take that comment? How far am I going to go? Am I going to create a whole scene? No, I'm not going to create a scene. Not at all. Now, if you get totally disrespectful, then I'm going to get you. I'll get you. But come on, look, you were at a comedy show. You were at a comedy show. And baby, trust me, your jokes wrote themselves. And that's not a read. Your jokes wrote themselves. You're standing here about 6 foot tall with pink motherfucking hair and white high heel shoes on. The jokes wrote themselves. It was what it was. But again, you got to be a strong hoe. Be a strong hoe. Yeah, Kiki. And you're a comedian. So I know you know to laugh at yourself. So this is where I've gotten confused. So now I'm like, well, what is this backpedaling and pussy popping now? Now we're going to play sensitive. You're a comedian. This is what you do. You make fun of yourself all the time. He has videos where he's literally in restaurants and you slipping and sliding and falling on your heels and your wig falling off and you bald headed like me. And so what is different about today than any other day? So then I'm like, okay. So I mean, seriously, let's be honest. We know what we are. We know what we're all about. Everybody doesn't think that it's great. They don't. There's some people that just don't like us just because. And as an adult, you know that and you understand that. Going to a comedy club, you already know. You've literally, you stepped yourself into a straight environment where your little bubble is very much the colorful flag. And you know you know that everybody doesn't think that's great. It's not good for everybody. Again, it doesn't say that you're the target. It doesn't say that you should be abused. But at the same time, don't target them. Don't abuse them either. Don't abuse them either. All of this business about um, his dick size and all of that, and that's another thing. It was actually stated that the heckling actually began in there where Norman actually said to Mike, "My dick is bigger than yours," and Mike actually stated, "Yeah, but you don't use it." And then said, "I don't even believe that somebody's going to get into this because I don't want to end up on TMZ in the morning." That's what that was said, that he actually said something, not verbatim, but he made that type of a statement, which sounds like there was a good heckling going on. So what did you expect? After that, if that actually took place, y'all had a good heckling, why would you even expect that he would even want to take a picture with you? And especially not anything too provocative or too out there. I don't know, child. Mess. So then he makes his way out. You go through the whole thing with the line. But then there's more information where it's been said that Mike did take a picture or two with you. And then you started wanting to do some type of crazy poses. Now, I don't know whether that's true or not. If that's not true, then because I wasn't there. This is all in information that I've gathered. So if that did not happen, by all means, somebody contact me, put it in my comments and tell me that didn't happen. But this is what I'm finding, that you did do pictures. There was pictures taken. And you started wanting to do crazy poses. Does that sound far off from Norma's personality? No, that doesn't sound far off from Norma's personality. You know what I mean? You're the person that walks through the Walmart and literally slips and trips yourself and throws your motherfucking purse and lets your dildo fly out the purse. The dildo hitting people and shit. So would I think it was that far off that you would try to make really crazy poses with Mike Epps that would make Mike Epps be uncomfortable and he would shut it down and be like, "No, I don't want to take no more pictures," and shut that piece down? No, that doesn't sound far off from Norman Freeman to me. That sounds like classic Norman Freeman, and that's cool. And why can't you just walk away from that? Okay, so now let me go. So I'm saying, okay, so I had to pull my shit back. I was glad that I didn't make a video before I knew or heard of any of this other stuff. So I'm saying, okay, so right there, again, we're getting into the part that's unnecessary. I still haven't heard anything from Norman or from Mike Epps that is concrete, or anyone else that's concrete that says that Mike said, "I won't take a picture from you because you are homosexual or drag or ugly or nothing like that." Nothing like that. I only heard that out of Norman's mouth in the video. "You won't take a picture with me because I'm gay." Now, I'm not going to say it didn't get said, but I haven't heard it. All I heard was that was your claim. And then the part that makes things look bad is that Norman made a comment in the video. "You're viral, but I'm viral too, bitch." Which made it really lean to, character assassination on the come up. This is where all that came from. That's where that stems from. Now we got this thing out. It's out here and it's crazy and the shit's going viral, but we don't know what to believe. We don't know what to believe because over on this end, you're looking like an opportunist, Norman. And over on that end, poor Mike Epps is looking as though he is not looking like a homophobe. He's looking like someone who is the victim of character assassination. So what is it? What is it? And I'm just waiting to see if some more stuff comes out about this. But right now, it ain't looking too good. It ain't looking too good. It looks like a character assassination. And I'm actually hoping that that's not I just hope that's not it, because if that's what's actually going on, shame on you, bitch. Shame on you. You're fine. You're funny. You're talented. Um, you don't ride another motherfucker's back. I mean, you can. You ride their back and get your stardom, but don't assassinate their character in the process. And if that, Norman Freeman, is what you have done, shame on you, bitch. Shame on you. And it just feels to me like a bit of backpedaling and pussy popping. And for some reason, for me, I'm not. If Mike Epps is not coming out looking homophobic to me, he's not. He's coming out looking like his character's being assassinated, and I think that's sad. I think that's sad. I think it's very unnecessary. Now, what I will say, again, if you want to go after somebody, the motherfucker that pushed you and knocked your motherfucking glasses and your purse down and shit, go after him. Because he had no business putting his motherfucking hands on you. So there's your come up right there. He had no business putting his hands on you, and then you had no business really making that big of a fuss when you know your ass is as light as a feather. So I don't know. Again, you guys tell me what you think. Leave it down there in them comments, and we'll talk about it. But unfortunately, it looks to me like a situation where there's some character assassination going on. I didn't like that too much. Again, backpedaling and pussy popping, always a mess. Somebody's always getting fucked up in the deal with some backpedaling and pussy popping. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Deuces.